Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well today. Um, I'm so looking forward to this reading. Kailash, baby, thank you for helping me. Thank you for taking care of that for me. Hopefully we'll have someone show up soon. I'm just trying to recenter myself and make sure that there's no negativity. I do have the St. Jude candle burning for anyone who might feel like they're in a desperate situation or an impossible situation. I'm feeling good. I'm doing a lot better. Like my memory's back from where I hit my head. I'm able to think again and get words to come together again. I was having quite the struggle there for a few days. I couldn't think of words. It was kind of scary. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, but I'm not claiming that. And lately I've been having a lot of people reach out to me, other people who are very gifted, and telling me that there's a very strong... Now, I mean, if it was one person, I'd be like, maybe, maybe not. But I mean, there's been like 3 people in the last week that have told me that there's a strong sense of jealousy around me for some reason. And I can't imagine why, because I'm nobody to be jealous of. I'm just a human being like everybody else. We all have a sixth sense, and we're all gifted in some way. And if you're drawn here to this channel, you are drawn here because there's a message here for you in it. And today we're going to do a full moon in Leo reading, because that's what we're having, I guess, depending on where you live, tonight or tomorrow night. There's no negativity that I'm finding. Let me check one more thing. Now, these are new, so sometimes they'll flame up just because they're new, and sometimes they won't. For some reason, I'm being drawn to this book, so I'm going to ask the book what the book wants to say. Instant Magic Oracle. May I access your wisdom, please, on behalf of this collective? It is time to let go. The blame and anger that you are carrying around is preventing you from moving forward. You will need a piece of white paper, a pen, a black candle, and some matches or a lighter, and some salt. Write your worries on a piece of paper and fold the paper as small as possible, noticing your worries minimizing as you fold. Next, light a black candle facing north and burn the paper over the candle flame. Blend the ashes with salt to purify them. So if you're dealing with blame or anger, it's time to let that go. And that was a spell you can use if you do spell work, to let go of anger. So some of us may be carrying around anger for some reason. Anger can destroy you. Anger can cause you to be sick, like physically sick. It can cause, high blood pressure. It can cause stomach ulcers. It can cause all kinds of stuff. Don't carry that around with you. If you're angry, you need to let it go. Whatever you have to do to let it go. Don't be angry. Maybe you have a reason to be angry, but write it on that paper why you're angry. so you can let that anger go, because it's stopping you. And you don't want the anger and the blame to stop you from moving forward in life, because it will. It will. People won't be able to tolerate being around you. So, I don't know if it's because I'm just lighting it. Let's try another piece. Let's see what happens. Now, if this other piece burns the same way, then it's probably negativity. But if the other piece doesn't, then it's probably just this particular piece of palo. Yeah, it's just the palo getting started. It's not a big deal. I don't see a lot of negativity anyway. So we're just going to cleanse the space. Thank you, Spirit, for your protection always. Thank you so much for the Holy Spirit guiding me, and bind up any negative entities that might try to come against this reading in the name of Jesus. Bind them up and cast them back to where they belong. And any negative energy that might try to come against this reading, I also ask you to keep it away. I'm feeling some kind of way. I don't know how to describe it just yet. All right, let's get started. I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on right now. We're going to have, as I said, right now the moon is still in Cancer, which is a very comfortable place for it to be, because that's its home. And in practical terms, this is a perfect period to set intentions that resonate deeply with your core values. As you harness the waxing energy, consider creating a ritual that aligns with your emotional truths. Perhaps journaling your desires or crafting a vision board that reflects your aspirations. Engage with your surroundings, planting seeds of gratitude and intention in your home, or even nurturing relationships that uplift you. The energy of this moon phase is a gentle reminder that clarity comes from within, and by embracing vulnerability, you can cultivate the direction you seek. Allow the waves of this cosmic influence to guide you. It's not about the destination, but rather the transformative journey within. Okay, so that was the moon we're in right now, which is Cancer. Okay, we're getting ready to move, starting tomorrow, into the full moon in Leo. And it's about reclaiming your radiance unapologetically. And I'm going to tell you what exactly that means. This is coming from Astro Matrix. I do not endorse anyone's products or have any ownership over it or anything invested. They're not paying me to advertise for it. This particular moon is represented by the Six of Wands. That's a victory card. That's a beautiful card right there. February, yeah, I guess it is. February dawns bright and shiny with a full moon in the sign of the cosmic lioness, fiercely loving and deeply protective. The Luna in Leo reminds us that we have a heart, to listen to its guiding beat, to the blood that rushes through our veins and lights us up with passion. Is balm for the weary parts of us that overthink, overanalyze, and mentally overcook. With the ruler of Leo, the sun is futuristic. With the ruler of Leo, the sun, in futuristic Aquarius, it's ever tempting to be a million years ahead, to miss what's right in front of us, staring us in the face, the love we already have, the creative gifts we carry, a family that loves and adores us, passion that lights us up from the inside, the innate confidence that comes from expressing who we truly are, from valuing ourselves as unique individuals who deserve to shine. Of course, Aquarian energy has its place too. What's the point of pursuing a passion if it has no roots in our future? What about who we're becoming, who we're evolving into? How can we give our gifts back to society? How can we learn to not only receive love, attention, and praise, but also give it to those who need it? How can we both attract and inspire? Circumstances, whether related to romance, friendship, profession, children, or community, reveal these questions to us for reflection. Which connections need to be nurtured and which ones released to make space for more for us to be expressed? Are there people in our field who don't see or support the beings we are becoming, who don't offer the space we need to glow, beam, and be as bright as we'd like? Are we shrinking ourselves just to fit in? Belonging and fitting in are two very different things. The former allows us to be who we are and be accepted for it. The latter asks us to change who we are in order to not lose friends, community, or family. Yet dwelling in a space of inauthenticity in order to belong is unhealthy in the long run. Eventually, resentment, there's your anger, builds. The full moon may bring these emotions and insights to the surface, inviting us to dig deep into the parts of us that need greater expression. Opposite Mars, we may swing between assertion and keeping the peace. Opposite Venus, we're asked to be mindful of superficiality and people pleasing born from the fear of loss. Choices upon choices lie ahead. Relationships, hang on, okay. Relationships and circumstances always rise at full moon to show us the mirror. Did you hear that? Choices upon choices lie ahead. Relationships and circumstances always arise at full moons to show us the mirror. Integrating our brilliant intellect with our fierce heart is the task of this lunation. So getting your mind and your heart on the same page. What do we yearn for? And if our head disagrees, is there a way to negotiate? With eclipse season looming, this is an opportunity to lay the groundwork so that we enter the next chapter with courage, fortitude, and alignment. Because in 2 weeks, we're going to have an eclipse. And it's important that we get ready for the things that we know we need to let go of. Eclipse in Aquarius. It's a solar eclipse in Aquarius. It's my DoorDash lady. I'm just telling her thank you. Okay, so you heard what I said. We got to get our head and our heart on the same page. Relationships are going to rise to the surface. Circumstances are going to rise to the surface to show us that mirror. People in our lives that either do or do not align with us. So if you're going through a relationship right now that's in challenge, it's probably in challenge to show you where you're out of alignment. Are you just doing whatever you have to do to fit in because you're afraid of losing that person? Or are you actually being yourself and they accept you for who you are? Because you can't change some things about yourself. I mean, you can and you can't. You know what I'm saying? And they should love you regardless. Like, there's a lot of things not a lot. There's a few things I'd like to change about myself. But one of them is my age, and I can't change that. The other one is I need my teeth fixed. I can change that eventually. My eyes are going bad. I can't change that. I can maybe treat it. There are treatments for it, but they're expensive, and I can't afford them. And so one day maybe I'll be able to do that. But in the meantime, they're gonna go blind. I'm going blind. because I can't afford treatment for it. So, I mean, there's some things you can change about yourself, and there's some things you can't. Like, maybe you are a person who has an attitude and you are angry all the time. You can change that. You don't have to walk around with a resentment. You can change that. There's something, some of it might be personality. Now, there are some people who are very type A. They like things, a lot of Aries are that way, just being real. They like things the way they like them. They're kind of bossy. And some of that can be personality. But do not use that as an excuse to change the things you can, okay? I'm just giving you some examples. I mean, I'm not, this isn't, yes, I'm channeling. Yes, I'm channeling. Okay, Spirit, give us a prayer, please. Holy Spirit, thank you for leading the reading, guiding me, giving me the gifts you've given me. And I pray that you will use them for your glory and for the benefit of anyone who needs whatever it is you'd like to say today. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. And remember, it talked about how you need to give as much as you take. Like, maybe there are some places in life where people give these things to you, and it's time for you to give these back. Or you give these things to everybody, and nobody ever gives them back to you. You know, it just depends. Thank you for that. That was beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the video, taking time to subscribe. Kailash is the moderator today, and I will be doing Q&A. So I just got out of the shower. So get your questions ready. I'll answer one question for you for free. And Kailash will put your name on the list. And Kailash, I feel that we can probably do about maybe 10 people today, maybe 12. It just depends on how much comes out in the reading I'm getting ready to start. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at each area of our lives, because we need to figure out which area of our lives we need to let things go and which area we need to make more room for things, okay? All right, so I'm going to first start out with the Virtue cards. These are just some cards I picked up at the bookstore. They don't really have a name. I just call them Virtue cards because that's what they have on them. Spirit, what virtues are you working on during the full moon in Leo? Love it. Love it. Joy and integrity. Joy and integrity. Can't get any better than that, right? And they're both upright. So Spirit's saying, I'm giving you joy and you have integrity. Somebody might lack wisdom, though. And forgiveness. Okay, there's your anger. And here's your gratitude. Remember, I always tell you, if you have gratitude, it brings more to your door, okay? Be grateful for all that you have, because even if it's not a lot or doesn't seem like a lot, there always is someone who has it worse, okay? Maybe you don't feel like you have a lot, but there are people who can't walk, and you can walk. You know what I'm saying? There are people who can't see, and you can see. There are people who can't hear, and you can hear. So, there's somebody in your life that you need to forgive. You're walking around with a resentment, and it's time to let it go. Whatever they did to you, don't let them keep doing it to you. Because as long as you hold on to resentment, it robs you of the joy that you need in your life. Okay? And there's a lesson that needs to be learned. Somehow, you're going to learn a lesson, or someone else might need to learn a lesson, that you are forgiving them for whatever they did. Like, maybe you feel like if because they still do it, that they haven't learned their lesson, and so How do you forgive somebody that keeps repeatedly hurting you? You walk away, you get away from them, and you forgive them from a distance. You can love and forgive people from a distance. You don't have to stay in their life. You don't have to be a part of somebody's life to forgive them. Forgiveness is something you do for you, not for them. Because being angry is like drinking poison and expecting that other person to die. And it's not going to do anything to them. They don't even probably know you're angry unless you're around them and you're just constantly bickering. Ah, shit. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to grocery shop. I gotta have strawberries for my birdie. They were out of the ones I ordered. So, anyway. Spirit says, I'm working on joy, integrity, forgiveness, and I want you or someone to learn a lesson behind all of this. Okay, we're having a snowstorm tonight, so I decided to go ahead and order groceries because I don't have any. Okay. How are you working in this collective spirit in our home lives? May I see, please? May I see, please? So far, everything is synchronized beautifully, and that's because Spirit is in charge, not me. I take no credit. The only thing I'm doing is sitting in the chair and trying to hear Spirit's voice with the best of my ability. Spirit, how are you working in our home lives? May I see, please? What's going on at home? What's going on at home that we might need to let go of or hang on to? Spirit said start with another deck. Sorry, guys. I try to hear Spirit. Okay, what's going on at home? This is the spiritual gifts. There it is, right there. Somebody's hurt. Your heart's broken. So at home, you've been hurt. Somebody's hurt you. Now, the other way this card is interpreted is that somebody is healing from a broken heart. Like they're getting over a broken heart. Let me tell her to just substitute everything. This is part of the reading. You're being distracted from what's most important right now. That's happening in your life, and that's why it's happening in this reading. All right. So this card is either representing someone who's been hurt and is hurting, and they're distracting themselves so they don't have to feel that, or they're healing. You could be healing from hurt, okay? I don't know. You could be healing from, you could have had some kind of heart surgery or something with your heart. There could have been some, and you could be actually pretty young for that. Number 16, you could be 16 and have something going on with your heart. Just get my groceries, girl. Substitute that shit, okay? There's also a doorway at home. And what I feel I'm getting from this right now is Spirit is saying you have the option to stay or to go. You don't have to go. You can stay if you want to. But look at what's outside that door. It's scary because when you look at that, all you see are clouds. So it makes you wonder, like, if I go out that door, who's going to catch me if I fall? Okay. You have abundance on the bottom of the deck. All right. How about work life? So at home, you have to make a decision as to whether you're going to. We just moved into the waxing gibbous moon in Leo. We just now went into Leo. Okay. So you got to make a decision at home. It could be a relationship, or it could be where you're living. You know, where you're living may not be working so well for you anymore, and you may have to make a decision that you're going to move. You're going to leave that place and go somewhere else. I have number 16 and number 11. 11 could be significant, or 2 could be significant. Number 9 could be significant. All right, work life. How are you working in us letting go at work? The bird's eye view, the eagle's view. The eagle has a very sharp eye. It can see things from miles away with precision. It has a very good view of the big picture. It doesn't hone in on it hones in on details, but it's not stuck in those overthinking patterns. So I feel that at work, that's where the overthinking, the overanalyzing, I think you're going a little, you're a little too tense in your work life. You need to take a step back from it and look at the big picture. You're hung up somehow on particulars, and you're not really seeing the big picture in your work life. Okay? So take a step back at work and look at the big picture. Okay? Somehow red or purple flowers, beautiful grassy hills. Number 12. So we have number 11 and 12 here. All right, surprises. That flew out. Wow. Your surprise is a rainbow. A rainbow is about keeping a promise. So someone may be keeping a promise that they made to you. They may have promised you something and you felt like they were never going to do it. Well, they're going to do it. Either they are or the spirit world is promising you something. I promised you and I'm going to deliver. This can also be about you making a promise and you keeping a promise. Surprisingly, someone's going to get a promise. This can also be about the lesbian gay community. And the surprise could have something to do with that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that card right there. And then we have your chakras. Your chakras are in alignment. The surprise is your chakras. So if you don't understand about chakras, they are energy centers in our bodies that have been discovered that can become blocked if we don't keep them clear. And the way to keep them clear is through meditation, deep breathing exercises, and using Reiki. So look into that if you're not already practicing keeping your chakras clear, because this also, if you're in a relationship with someone, these energy centers are what attract you to that person. When you both have very clear energy centers, the relationship will be much more healthy because you'll be using what Spirit says to you through your crown chakra. And then you'll be using your intuition with your third eye chakra. You'll be using your throat chakra not only to communicate, but to listen. And sometimes it's important because some of us have trauma and all we ever do is talk, 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 talk. We never listen. And some of us, all we do is listen and we don't know how to talk. So it's important that we have these open. And then you have your heart chakra, which we see needs either healing or something's going on. And when these centers are blocked for too long, it will cause illness. Okay? It will cause illness in your body, and clearing them will bring your health back. Then we have your solar plexus, which is in your stomach area. And your solar plexus is what lets you know that you can do something. It gives you that courage that you need to know. And we heard that in the reading about this full moon, that you're going to need to have the courage to know that you can do this. And then we have your, why can't I ever remember? That's the sexual one. That's why I can't ever remember. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody tell me the name of the chakra above the root. Anyway, it's your sex organs, it's your desires, it's the things that you really crave. It is actually wanting intimacy, in needing intimacy. Okay. And then we have your root chakra, which is the base. That's where your grounding is coming from, where you're getting your grounding from, and where you're also getting your stability from. And you really want to have that clear, and you also want to have that rooted in something that will keep you stable. Okay? How come I can't ever think of that chakra? It's like I can't ever get it to go into mind. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. I used to have a little thing that told me all of them, and I know it, I just can't freaking think. Alright, this lady's getting on my nerves. I'm fixing to tell her. You also have, surprisingly, your loved ones in spirit that are with you. Alright, so that's your surprise. Promise, chakras being aligned, and loved ones in spirit. Alright, what is your love life? What is it? Spirit is so funny. Look, Spirit says there's the mirror in your love life. You're going to have somebody pop up. That mirror is going to pop up so you can see where you're aligned and where you're not. And look, the transformation butterflies came out. This is about being transformed. You're going to change some things when you see yourself in this mirror. You're going to be like, what in the hell am I doing with this person? This person doesn't even turn me on. I'm not attracted to them. You know, I don't love them. Or whatever the case may be. You know what's going on in your love life. Or you might be like, oh my God, I'm crazy about this person. I have to have them in my life. I'm going to change anything I have to change to be with them. So we have number 23, number 5, number 20, number 7, and number 28, 12, 11, and 16. What is our role? That flipped over so fast. We don't really have a role. Our spirit guides are having the role. Our spirit guides are handling this for us. How wonderful is that? That's beautiful. Just allow your spirit guides to guide you, and maybe listen for them to speak to you, because they're there to help you. These can be your ancestors. These can be your loved ones in spirit. These can be just ascended masters who have been designated to you. It can be archangels. All right, outcome, spirit. Outcome of this full moon in Leo. You're going to have an angel, and you're going to learn that wisdom. You're going to forgive. See no, hear no, speak no evil. That in itself is wisdom, right? And on the bottom of the deck is a seedling. Remember, plant seeds around your house? You're going to plant a seed that's going to grow into a huge oak tree for your future. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spirit. This is really beautiful. Okay, now, at home, what do we need to let go of? Somebody's got to let go of working out. That could really not be something good. Like, you might love to work out, and you're not able to because you don't have the time or something. So, or for some reason, you're not able to work out, and you're having to let go of that. Maybe that's one of the things you hate about leaving where you're at, because you have somewhere to work out and now you're not going to. I don't know. Alright, so or maybe Spirit is saying you need to work out. Spirit might be talking to me, because I could use some exercise myself. Alright, work life. Dang, that's a lot. You're going to cook a effing meal. You're not going to be heard. And you're not going to talk to somebody about money. So if for some reason you're having to cook a meal at work, maybe you're having lunch, you're heating up your lunch, or maybe you're not at work, you're home now. You're not being heard, and somebody won't talk to you about money. I think you may have asked for a raise and the person won't respond to you, or Spirit is saying right now, if you ask about money, you're not going to be heard. That sucks. Alright, that just could be how Spirit's working in your life. Like, if you don't have a job, you might be telling somebody, I don't want to talk about money. And they're not listening. Like, I had that happen to me a while ago. I had a guy ask me for some money the other day. And I said, no, I'm not giving you any money. So then he proceeds to tell me I need to sell my truck so I can get this money from him. And asking me, do I know anybody that can buy my truck? Well, it's my fucking truck. So when I want to sell it, I'll sell it. But I'm not selling it to give you shit. How dare you? So that could be like a scenario for me. Like, I'm just going to cook and eat my dinner, and I ain't got time to listen to your shit. Alright, surprises. Excuse my language. I'm just being myself. If you can't deal with that, it might not be the channel for you. Love the one you're with, Spirit says. I'm going to give you that upright. You're with somebody, and Spirit saying, love the one you're with. Alright. Love life. That's your surprise, is that you're going to love the one you're with. Feel like you're not good enough in your love life? Because everybody around you is so perfect, and you feel like you're not. You feel like you're a mess, and the people around you are so perfect, and that you can't be enough in your love life. But that's what's going to change. Because when you look in this mirror, you're going to see that you are enough. This person is going to show you, or that you're not. This person might be showing you that. They might be making you feel like you're not enough, because they are so perfect, and you're not. Alright, you're all. for the Leo full moon. Ooh, that flew out. Your role is to know that one of you is doing too many chores. Okay. It could be about chores. It could be about doing actual chores for some of you. But I think for a lot of us, what this is about us doing so much for other people and never having anybody do anything in return. Being the giver. Always being the giver, the giver, the giver. And nobody ever gives anything back. Always complimenting people. Always telling people, how wonderful they are. How special they are to you. How much you care about them. And you never hear it back. It's like, no wonder you feel like you're not enough. You need to hear that back. If that's happening, you're probably in the wrong relationship. Just saying. Alright, outcome of the full moon in Leo. Outcome, Spirit. Ooh, that's a lot of outcome. Alright, you can't say thank you enough. You're not going to pack your bags. You're going to say, do you really love them? You're going to watch what you say. Because you feel like you're not hot, you're not smart, and you feel like you don't have a great ass. You don't want to say 5 little words. Something's going on, y'all. Something's going on. Alright, so the outcome is that you're not going to be able to say thank you enough. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Or you might thank this person all the time, and they feel like you're just never grateful. And you're like, I want to pack my bags, but I just can't. For some reason, it looks like you want to leave. Pack your bags and leave, but you can't for some reason. And you're asking yourself, do you really love them? Or maybe reverse the roles. Maybe you're asking yourself, do they really love you? Because you don't feel like you're hot. You don't feel like you're smart. You don't feel like you don't feel like you fit in somehow. You feel like you need to watch what you say and not say those 5 little words. Somebody's being an asshole also. And you're not going to do the dishes. I know I need to do mine. I got a whole dishwasher full, and then I got some in the sink. So we have a lot to work on. I'm not going to kid you, collective. This collective needs to work on some things. We have some issues with our self-esteem and not feeling like we're enough. And it's because that's what's being mirrored to us. I think we're giving way more than we're getting back. And I think we've developed resentments because of that. And we need to forgive those who we feel have wronged us. And we're going to have joy and integrity. I'm not sure what the integrity is about. I do want to find out, though. Alright, I'll just leave those out for a moment. Spirit, I'm not moving an inch until you tell me which way to go. I also want to know what the 5 little words would be. I'm going to grab a deck from over here, just for fun. These are text message cards. What would those 5 little words be that you're not going to say? Oh my God. I hate you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So you're going to watch what you say because you hate this person. You feel like they're ugly. You feel like they don't do the dishes. They're lazy. You feel like this person is ugly, lazy, and you need to be careful what you say, because if, like, this anger is like right on the surface and you're ready to explode on them. I want to ask, okay, and also Call me, call me, call me, call me. So this person might want you to call them all the time, and you're like, I don't want to talk to you. I hate you. Wow. Oh my God. I did not see that coming. Alright, I'm going to just see with another deck. What are those 5 little words besides F you, F you, F you? Sometimes I hear your voice, and leaving you hurt me too. So this person left you. And now sometimes you hear their voice. Why would you hear their voice if they left? They could have died. You could be angry at someone who died. I'm not really sure how to take that. I wish you would come back. So no, they didn't die. I don't know why you hear their voice. You might be like... I know. This is getting on my nerves. Alright, I'm sorry. Can't help it, I gotta have food. Alright, so this person, they packed their bags. Okay, that's why it's in reverse. They left you. They moved out and left you. You felt like you could never be thankful enough. Or they felt like they could never be thankful enough. Somebody here felt like they were never thankful enough. So they left. Because they were having to ask themselves, do you even love me? And the answer was no, because this person doesn't, not only do they not love you, they hate you. And they never told you that because they didn't want to hurt. I don't think they really wanted to hurt you. But that's what those 5 little words were. And you're not even hot, smart, and have a great ass. And you don't even do dishes. Like, who doesn't do dishes? But I wish you would come back. Oh, you know what? Spirit just reminded me of something. Hold on. Oh my God. This thing is recording every word I say to the DoorDash girl. Okay, that's part of the reading. Remember it said sometimes I hear your voice? You somehow have a way of hearing this person. Like, you may call somebody else and they're at their house and you can hear their voice in the background or something like that. Or you may just hear their voice because you miss them. I'm not really sure what to say about hearing their voice. I can't believe I just did all that. She would have thought I was freaking crazy. Hold on. Okay. So, you want them to come back, but they hate you. They were hurt by the separation also. And they still hear your voice. You may work with them, and they work across the cubby or whatever. You might both work in a restaurant because it says you have to cook a fucking meal. And over here, the outcome is you're like, I'm not doing them dishes. So you could be in a restaurant environment here. Some of you. Alright, that's all I'm going to say about that. I am going to try to find out what went wrong here. Spirit, what went wrong here at home? May I see, please? Somebody said the grass is greener. Okay. What about work? What happened at work? Did something go wrong at work? You were overthinking. You remember I told you were overthinking at work. Spirit, you're just so funny. And you wouldn't let them go. You were overthinking about not letting them go. Maybe you had to fire somebody and you were like, how do I do this? I don't know how to tell this person I'm going to fire them. Alright, surprises. You're going to be desperate to and now you got to, okay, there it is. Right there. It's right there in front of us, collective. If this reading has not been synchronized with all the disruptions I've had, I love that disruption. That's a disruption I love and I would never ignore. Okay. Anyway. You're feeling desperate, surprisingly, and you need to practice forgiveness. Alright, what about your love life? There it is. Hang on one second, guys. And somebody was not incomparable. Alright. So, we're talking about your love life here. You would not eliminate somebody that you didn't love. You didn't love this person, and it was your choice to not eliminate them. So, and look, this person was not incomparable. So apparently there's somebody who is. And I feel that there is. There's a lot that's been said here. I'm not going to go back over it all again because it's a lot to go back over. Alright, so it was your choice in your love life to not love somebody and not eliminate them. And now you're looking in this mirror, remember. You feel like you are not good enough because everybody around you is so perfect and you're not. But there's about to be a mirror held up in front of you, a person. This lunation, this full moon, is going to bring up people that you are going to see yourself in those people. And you're going to realize who you need to hang on to and who you need to let go of. Okay? Remember, we talked about that from the very beginning. The very first thing we said is this is about who you need to let go of. And there's somebody in your life that you've been hanging on to. And see, now, for some reason, you're having to forgive. You're desperate for forgiveness. You did something. But surprisingly, somebody, you know, it could actually be this person. let me get back over there. You would not eliminate somebody that you did not love. Not only did you not love them, you said, I fucking hate you. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And this was your choice. Okay, now, what about our role? What was our role in all of this? I can't wait to see what Spirit has to say about that. Oh, that flew out. You wanted to reconcile. Your role is reconciliation. So you're the one who wants to reconcile with somebody who hates you. What is wrong with you? You're overthinking. You couldn't let them go. You thought the grass would be greener. Now you're desperate for forgiveness. It's like you left somebody. You broke their heart. You made them feel like they weren't enough. I mean, not you, but it's like this person probably did this to you. Is what I'm getting. Because this is a very gifted and very loving and very special collective of people. However, no, you know, whoever shows up, shows up. All right. Outcome. We have a lot going on with the outcome. Just to recap, okay? Somebody couldn't say thank you enough. They packed their bags, they left, and they were like, do you really love them? And you had to watch what you said, because I hate you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you was the 5 little words you wanted to say, but you didn't say them, so that was good. You held that in. But you're angry now, and you have a resentment, and you have to forgive. And somebody here may have been very hot. They could have been hot as hell. Like, this person could have been drop dead gorgeous or fucking handsome. But they were lazy. They were a lazy lover. Alright, so what's going to be what was the outcome as far as how this all happened? Oh my God. You're trying my talent, Spirit. Alright, there was gossip. Oh, there was a friendship. People, oh my God, there was true love, work, enough is enough, and I can't move on. All came out in reverse, which means it either happened in the past. Somebody was a player. How did I know that? Okay. We're going to turn this all around, because I think this happened in the past. Somebody was gossiping about a friendship. There was true love involved. Work was involved. Remember I said y'all might work together? Enough is enough. I can't move on. So you felt stuck in this relationship with somebody you worked with, and people were talking about you and your friendship, or with some other friendship. We can find out. We can find out. We are going to find out. All right, Spirit, talk to me. What was the gossip that was being said? Somebody said you hit the jackpot. So, remember over here when it said that you weren't talking to somebody about money? They thought they had hit the jackpot. Remember I told you the guy asked me for money the other day, and I told him no? And then he was asking me to sell my truck, and I was like, fuck off. Okay. Oh, and somebody had a bad reputation at one time, too. Okay. So, whatever was going on over here, people were talking about how you had a bad reputation. What else were they saying? Holy shit, that somebody was bankrupt and that they were a drama starter. And people who are bankrupt will tend to start some shit, won't they? No. Whoa. Damn it, boy. You got bad karma from all of this, too. Or it's coming. And I wouldn't doubt it at all. You're a player. You're worried. And look, there's that jealousy I keep seeing. Somebody's not jealous about any of this because all they ever did was party anyway. And they were non-committal, pushing your buttons, having flings, hold the phone and shut their front door. All right, I think that's enough gossip for today. Okay, so we see what happened here. We see what we need to work on. We need to figure out what we need to let go of. And I can tell you right now that there's a relationship in your life that you need to let go of because the person hates you and you want to reconcile with them. Or maybe they want to reconcile because of, now they're bankrupt and they think you have money. I don't know. I'm not going to say. I mean, only you know your situation and how this plays out. All right, I'm going to start cleaning this up because I'm going to do Q&A in a minute. I'm going to go through and find out what good is coming towards us because this is basically what got us here and we need some good to come towards us, right? Our outcome is going to be that we're going to have wisdom and an angel. Our role is just to let our spirit guides handle this. And I agree because this is complicated stuff. And in your love life, you're going to have a mirror and you're going to really have some huge changes in your love life. Your surprise is a promise. Your chakras being aligned and your loved ones in spirit. At work, what you're being encouraged to do is to see the big picture. You're too focused on the details of every little thing. You need to take a step back and really look at the big picture. And at home, your heart was broken and you may be healing from that, or you may have healed from that. And you have a doorway that's opening, but it's a scary looking doorway because it looks like if you go out that door, you're just going to go right off the edge, right? And so you have to have a lot of trust for that doorway. There's a need for trust. Oh, thank you, baby. All right. Okay. Let's see what good is coming our way, collective. Spirit, you just reminded me again. Spirit told me I forgot to give y'all the songs. The songs actually go with this reading, and I forgot to give them to y'all because of all the distractions we've had with the groceries and everything that's going on. Okay. You got to hear these songs because the songs shape the reading. If you're new here and you've never seen one of my readings, the songs that I get come from Spirit and they shape the reading. Okay, sometimes they come organically, like I just have them pop in my head, and then if I don't get them that way, I use my playlist on my phone and I hit shuffle, and whatever comes out is what's meant for the reading. And you'd be surprised. I've actually had Spirit give me a song, and I tell the collective the song, and I say, let's shuffle and see what we get, and we got the same song. I've had that happen more than one time. It's pretty amazing, actually, to see what Spirit does sometimes. Alright, the first song that I had was Love Me or Don't by Jason Aldean. And it goes like this. I ain't gonna lie, girl. I know sometimes I can be crazy, but I see it in your eyes. I'm the only guy that's driving you wild, so wild. Call it what you wanna, but you know I wanna call you my lady. All this on and off again, and I wish you would make up your mind, because it's time, and I'm tired of playing these games. Yeah, you say that it's over, and then you tell me come over. It's like fire, and then it's like rain. Yeah, we're hot and we're colder. You get me drunk and then sober. Tell me it's on if you want to, if you want it to be. Dude, if you don't leave me alone, I swear to God. That's the one asking me for the money. Where was I? Yeah, we're hot and we're colder. You get me drunk and then sober. Tell me it's on if you want it to be. If you're moving on, then I think you should leave. I'm tired of playing these games, so I won't, baby. Love me or don't. I could keep your little red dress that you left on the floor, girl, hanging in my closet, 'cause I know you're going to want it next time, next time. You can come here and kiss me or walk out the door. I can hold you for good, girl, or not anymore. I'm tired of playing these games. Yeah, you say that it's over, then you tell me come over. It's like fire and then it's like rain. Yeah, we're hot and we're colder. You get me drunk and then sober. Tell me it's over and you want to be, if you want it to be. If you're moving on, then I think you should leave. I'm tired of playing these games, so I won't. Baby, love me or don't. You can love me if you want to. You can hate me if you don't. You can come here and kiss me or walk out the door. I can hold you for good, girl, or not anymore, 'cause I'm tired of playing these games. Yeah, you say that it's over and you tell me come over. It's like fire and then it's like rain. Yeah, we're hot and we're cold. Or you get me drunk and then sober. Tell me it's on if you want it to be. If you're moving on, then I think you should leave. I'm tired of playing these games. Baby, love me or don't. Baby, love me or don't. Baby, love me or don't. And see, that's what we saw going on as the outcome. Is you were like, I fucking hate you. Because you just play games. You're not really serious about anything. You're a non-committal asshole. And this is the feminine. Like, this is a woman doing this. It doesn't have to be. Reverse any roles you need to. Because it's a general reading. But we're talking about a woman who uses you when it's convenient. No. No. Fuck no. Okay. The next song that I got, excuse my language, is called The One by Codaline. And it goes like this. I love this song. Tell me that you want me, and I'll be yours completely, for better or for worse. I know we'll have our disagreements, be fighting for no reason. I wouldn't change it for the world. 'Cause I knew the first day that I met you, I was never going to let you slip away. And still I remember feeling nervous and trying to find the words to get you here today. You make my heart feel like it's summer when the rain is pouring down. You make my whole world feel so right when it's wrong. That's how I know you are the one. That's how I know you are the one. Life is it's easy to be it's easy to be scared of. With you, I'm prepared for what is yet to come. 'Cause our two hearts will make it easy, joining up the pieces, making one, together making one. You make my heart feel like it's summer when the rain is pouring down. You make my whole world feel so right when it's wrong. That's how I know you are the one. That's how I know you are the one. When we are together, you make me feel like my mind is free and my dreams are reachable. Whoa. You know I never ever believed in love. I believed one day that you would come along and free me. You make my heart feel like it's summer when the rain is pouring down. You make my whole world feel so right when it's wrong. That's how I know you are the one. That's why I know you are the one. That's why I know you are the one. That's how I know you are the one. So it looks like to me that you have somebody new coming in, collective, and that you need to get rid of this other person. Because that's what the whole reading, this whole full moon is about, is letting go. And this person uses you when it's convenient, for whatever they're using you for. It doesn't have to be, sex. It could be whatever. But you're gonna and I even feel like this person makes you feel like you're not good enough because of their looks. Like, they may be really beautiful, and you're not ugly. I mean, I don't think you're ugly at all. But I think this person, something about them, I don't know. Their age, maybe they could be younger. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so let's see what good's coming our way. I want to also ask, because I'm nosy. Y'all know me, I'm nosy, and I'll ask in a heartbeat. Does this person really love you? Because you do not love them. Big happy changes. Look, Spirit said no right out the gate. I'm not asking. You're getting ready to have some big happy changes in your life. I think you're about to find somebody new, if you haven't already. Because you've already left this person. Like, you're not living with them. You packed your bags, and I think that was the last time you were planning on seeing them. Alright, first I'm going to pull Tarot real quick. Spirit, how are you working right now in this collective? The High Priestess came out sideways. So you're using your intuition, but not all the way. It's like missing something. Alright, what's the energy to overcome? Woo! Holy cow. You're going to have a wheel, collective. The energy to overcome is the wheel. So we have a Piscean energy you could be dealing with or have that in your chart, or it could just be a transit. And then we have Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, no, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. Thank you, Spirit. The world, something's ending. Alright, and now, let's pull it together. This is what it's going to take to pull this together. Okay. Sagittarius is on the bottom of the deck with Temperance. So you're going to have to be patient with this. There's something you can't get over for some reason. Your movement is obstructed. So you may not have moved out. You may still be living with this person or dealing with this person in some way. Why can't you get over them? Remember it said you wanted forgiveness, you couldn't get over them? I don't understand, collective. I just don't understand. I did not have time to buy another Rider-Waite deck because I've been busy, but I will get one. For those of you in television, if you're here today, thank you for joining me. Alright, Spirit. Why is the High Priestess here sideways? Because of the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is an exciting idea. It's something that you're really excited about. You're making plans, but you're not making plans. You're procrastinating taking action. And we saw that you were having fear, and you were just like not sure if you wanted out of this. What is causing you to procrastinate? Being grateful to be with this person. They hate you. Okay. What's the wheel? Okay. You're no longer attracted. Like, this person is no longer attracted to you, or you're no longer attracted to them. You're going to lose your attraction. The wheel is going to have... Something is going to cause you to lose attraction. Finally. For some reason, you may have... Okay. The Four of Wands can be actually an event, like some kind of event, where you have to go to an event, a party, or something like that. So you might have to procrastinate because you have to go to some kind of event with this person. Like, you've already, okay, like for instance, my cousin wanted to break up with this guy one time, but she had already bought the plane tickets for him and her to go to her daughter's wedding. And so she went ahead and kept the commitment because she made the commitment. That could be what's going on here. And you are using your intuition, and you know. What would happen if you just said F all that? Oh, that flew out. There would be a conflict. So you're doing the right thing, okay? Alright, and what's the Chariot? What's obstructing your motion? Holy shit. Whoa, it just got real heavy in here. Okay, what I have is the Emperor. We have a Cancer vibe here, Pisces. We have Pisces strong here. A little bit of Scorpio. We have Leo for sure. Aries. This is probably an Aries actually. We have Aries here. We have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And then we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with Taurus again. And then we have Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo here. This is probably Sagittarius. Okay, so what's obstructing you from moving on is ineffective leadership, diminished returns, and returning confidence. Remember I said you didn't feel very good about yourself? Like this person made you feel bad about yourself? You need to get your confidence back. You need to know who you are. You're a fucking emperor. Why are you not acting like one? You're acting like a damn knight. You're acting like a knight. Knights are like teenagers. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You need to have confidence and to realize that you have put way, okay, you remember at the beginning of the reading I said you needed to evaluate the relationships that pop up and to see if what you're putting in is what you're getting back. Like, is this person grateful for you? Do they tell you they're grateful for you? Do they thank you for the things you do? You're constantly doing and being kind and loving and nurturing and giving this person what they need to boost their self-esteem, and they just walk past you like you're a piece of furniture. But see, you are so powerful. You're showing up as an emperor. This is an older man that's mature, 40s, 50s, somewhere in that neighborhood, even older, that can run an empire. This is a very, very important person in whatever they do, whatever their career path is. And you don't realize that you have put way more into this bitch than they deserve. Like maybe in the beginning the relationship was good and it felt right and it felt effective. But this person is now taking advantage of you. And they're not only taking advantage of you, I think they have a resentment against you for having whatever happened here happen. But when this all is said and done, what the surprise is going to be is that they are going to be desperate for your forgiveness. Because you are so powerful. You're more powerful than they are. But they walk around acting like they have the power. And you're not standing in yours. That's the real problem. If you would stand in your power, your chariot would be upright. Your intuition would be upright. And this wheel would bring you the wisdom to realize you don't need to be with somebody who makes you feel bad about yourself. And I think that's what this is all leading to. You've been feeling very drained and defeated because of this situation. Okay. I'm going to go through one or two more things, and then I'm going to move on to the Q&A, Kailash. Baby, Kailash. If you'll get the Q&A ready, we'll get ready to do that in a minute, okay? Okay, baby. Alright. What you talking about? Email. We're about to move on. Alright, what good's coming in our home life? Woo! We're going to stop grieving. So you've been grieving and have blessings. You've been grieving some kind of loss. Remember I said your heart was hurt? Your heart was broken? And I think I even said it could have been a death, but it didn't look like one. I don't think it is. I think you're just sad. Alright, what about work? At work, you're working in your life purpose. Congratulations. And if you're not, you're about to be. Alright, surprises. What is your surprise for this full moon in Leo? Which is coming up tomorrow night, by the way. If you missed the beginning of the reading, you might want to go back and watch it. Your surprise is going to be that you're going to have, finally, I'm so fucking proud of you, the courage to get your freedom. You're going to finally have the courage to tell this person, I want my freedom. I'm tired of playing these games. Alright, love life. That's a lot. You're going to have a family in your love life. That's nice. It's always nice to have your family, right? You're going to have good luck. So you're going to get lucky. Aha. There's going to be a lot of trust. You're going to realize you can trust someone. And you're going to have happiness. That is, you've got somebody new coming in. I see them. This person is beautiful. Alright, what about your role? So far, everything looks beautiful. Your role is that you're going to be finding something. You're going to find something. I think you're going to find this person. What are they finding? Woo, that turned over. There she is. Another woman that matches your energy. She's the Empress. She's not yours, but that's okay. Because sometimes ours act like fools and we have to find another one. Alright, outcome. That's not a big deal. Your outcome are going to be animals. I love it when animals are the outcome. And you're going to get closure. That's so beautiful. You're going to finally get closure. You're going to find somebody new. I want to find out if you do. Remember, it came out in our last reading that you were going to find somebody new. That you would have a new relationship by this week. That's what was said in our last reading. Alright, I want to find out. Show me how this new love feels about you, collective. Like you deserve a second chance to have a foundation. Alright, card, pay attention. How does this new love feel? They have heart fog when it comes to how to have a foundation. So they're unclear about how to get a foundation with you. Like how to move in with you, how to get established with you. They want to return so they can get their heart fog cleared up. So they're somewhere else where they can't really get their heart fog cleared up because it's hard to see what to do when you're not there, right? Alright. How does this person feel about the collective? They feel like you're healing and you're not conflicted. You're not one of those people that is hot and cold. You're consistent. You are someone who, it's not that you don't have other choices, but you've chosen not to have other choices. You've decided you want to be pure, to be healed, and to release this other person. That's how they feel. And they feel like you've been in a lot of pain. This person caused you a lot of pain. How do you feel about them in case we have a cross watcher? Oh my God. Oh my God. You're at your breaking point because of not wanting to hurt this person. But somebody's got you at your breaking point because you don't want to hurt this person. And there could be some lust involved. You could have a lot of desire to be with this person. You could be at a distance from them. I don't feel like you're angry at this person. I feel like you've reached your limit and you're overwhelmed because you don't want to hurt this person. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to shatter them. You don't want to break their heart. You don't want to destroy them. You feel like they've been through enough. And they're healing from that pain. So what are you going to do? Oh, that is so sweet. Look, you're going to have a new beginning with them. That's what you're going to do. And somebody's going to get abandoned. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay. One more thing. I want to find out. I'm so fucking nosy. When is this relationship going, this new one? When is this new one coming in, Spirit? When you let go. This whole reading has been about that. When you let go. You're going to see this person. You're going to be with this person in the spring. Okay? It's almost February. So when in the next 2-3 months, you're going to finally let go. And look, it's going to be... you're wasting time, Spirit says. Spirit says it could happen sooner, but you're wasting your time. It's not going to be today. Somebody needs to get off their ass and on their feet and get busy. But that's your free will. And I mean, we can't change that. The cards can't change that. No matter what we do, it's just going to be what it's going to be. Alright, I'm going to go with this deck today do I? Yeah, I'm going to get one of these. And then we're going to do the angel cards for the private readings. Alright, can I get some guidance, please? For the full moon in Leo. Guidance, please. Oops, there we go. There we go. I'm going to put it up right. Number 2, and number 36. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service has arrived to help you find your true purpose today. Feeling gratitude for each moment you experience and loving what is and what has been will remind you that every breath you take holds a deep and profound awareness. Through small actions and selfless service to another, you're automatically placed upon your highest path, whether you're immediately aware of it or not. The presence of this ally lets you know that you're on the correct path to fulfilling your desires. You're also notified that your actions of service and attitude of gratitude will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams. As long as those riches aren't your goal you have in mind, giving service with no thought of return is what's required of you today. This would also be a good time to write a list reminding yourself of all the things in your life and in the world around you that you have to be grateful for. If your question refers to a relationship, let gratitude be your guide. Be thankful for all you've learned from this person. Truly, there are no friends and no enemies, just teachers along life's journey. Be grateful for the laughter and even for the tears. The attitude of gratitude is a magnet for true love in all forms. And then we have number 36, the River Queen. Remember I said we had a lot of Piscean energy? If I can find her. Here we go. She's in reverse, but reversals aren't necessarily a bad thing. Unpleasant news and unexpected shock. As an overall sense of power. Am I on the right page? No. It sounded like I was, though, didn't it? Sometimes Spirit will do that. I'm going to go to the right page, though. Turbulent waters and rapids to cross are directly ahead for you. You have no boat to navigate now. It's just you in the water going wherever it takes you. Come on out. That said, although the River Queen is your challenger here, she has no intention of letting you go under. Even when there's a waterfall ahead, there is no reason to fear. The River Queen will help you over it so you can splash down again in the gentle waters of the river below, flowing and with renewed purpose to the sea. Be fearless now and go with the current of events. This can be an adventure. So there's going to be some turbulence, and we saw that, right? We saw that. You have to get over this. There's something or someone, it's someone that has really not been good to you, and you have to let them go because they're just not good for you. But it's going to open, nose is itching. Somebody might be talking about me. What's coming in for you, what you're making space for by letting this other person go is going to be so amazing. So please take heed to what Spirit is saying. And you know what it is in your life that you need to let go of. You know. You already know. Alright, y'all. I'm going to take like a 3-minute break and stretch my legs because my ass is hurting. My sciatic nerve is hurting. And when I come back, I'm going to answer all the questions you want, okay? I got plenty of energy, Kailash. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Alright, what I do want to do, though, before we move on is... I'm going to give you some trinkets. Alright, I close my eyes when I pull the trinkets because I want them to be a surprise, and I don't want you to think that I'm cheating or doing some kind of parlor trick. Whatever happens here is all Spirit. I take no credit whatsoever. All I do is sit in the chair. Holy shit! How many people are watching today? Alright, they must be going to watch on the replay. Oh, there's a bird. Look at there. A bird. It reminds me of Cosmo. I have an I Ching. You may want to check your I Ching today. Can't see my face, can you? I have some flight wings. You could be a pilot, or you could be wanting to be a pilot, or you could be going on an airplane, whatever that means. It means something. You might have a pendulum, like I do. If you don't know what that is, you hold it up, and you ask it a question, and it will tell you, mine spells out words. But I don't know anybody else that I've ever met that there's spells. Most of them just say yes or no, or you can make like a Ouija board type thing and it'll go to the letters. There's a gasket. I feel we have a mechanic. There's a rocking horse for a baby. Somebody could have a baby. There's the world. Somehow the world. A Pegasus. I have a peace sign in Arabic, I think. I have a starfish. I have a beautiful skull with a flower. Could have a tattoo like that. When I first started doing readings, the spirit guides around me were different than the ones I have now. They change over time. They would knock them out of my hands. Some of y'all remember that. I mean, they would fly across the room. I have the word love. I've been through so much with this channel. I love this channel. I have another skull and crossbones. That could be a pirate. I have an elephant. I have an Eiffel Tower, Paris somehow. I have a horse. You might be from Kentucky. You might like to ride horses. However, horses resonate. I have a horn. Could be like horns up. I have a compass. And maybe you're trying to figure out what direction you want to take your life in. Look like you were in your life purpose though. I have the word love. Look. I have a dragonfly. I have a music note. You could be a musician. I have wishes really do come true. And somebody's name starts with an N. Somehow the letter N is significant here. I have, again, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Somebody might live there. I had a guy one time that was watching from Paris. I have an angel wing for that angel. I have me versus me. Me versus me. And then I have a ball, like a mandala, or it could be any kind of ball. You might play ball. Alright, and we'll go 3 times, and that's going to be it, okay? So, if you don't hear your initials, don't think it is not your reading. It doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means somebody, whoever needed a little something extra to let them know that it was their reading, okay? I have Aries, Jupiter, number 11, F as in Frank, V, N, G. I have another F like Frank. I have 2 F's. V, N, G, H, S. That's an E. W, U, G, B, D, W again. Number 5, Sagittarius and Neptune. Alright, this is the last time. Last time, Spirit. Make it a good one. Q, J, F, I, B, M, Gemini, number 12, Venus. Alright. Alright, Kayla, give me a couple minutes to just walk to the door and back. I'm probably going to let the dog go out for a minute if he wants to. Look, here he is. You hear him with his baby. He wants to go outside. Thank you for the list. I really appreciate you, sweetheart. You don't know how much I appreciate you. I could not do this without you, baby. I could not do it without you. I did it for a long time without you, but I couldn't do it at this magnitude without you. It's grown a lot since you've been here. Alright, you guys, I will be right back. Give me just a second. Not Cosmo. Otto, do you want to go outside, sweetheart? Give me that baby because you're not taking him outside. I'm not going to keep my baby. Oh, it's snowing! Oh my God, y'all, it's snowing a blizzard! Freaking A! It is freaking snowing its ass off outside! No, we gotta have some snow tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go play and make a snowman. Watch what I tell you. Oh my gosh! It's snowing out here. Come here, come here. I wonder if I'm gonna get my groceries or not. see, they can't deliver my groceries now. Fuck. You stop saying fuck. I didn't say you could say that, did I? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You want some of this? Get me. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Cosmo, I ordered your strawberries, but there's a blizzard. I don't know if they're going to deliver them or not. Wow, I have not seen it snow like this here in so freaking long. The last time it snowed like this here, we had snow on the ground for a week, and it was in the teens for a solid week. I hope it does that again. That way I don't have to go to work. I can work on something. I know, right? Alright, y'all, I'm coming. I'm so excited about the snow, oh my God. I gotta hurry because it's gonna melt. I'm like a kid when it snows. I freaking love it. I had it all over me, and when I put my arms outside, they were covered in it. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. I hope it snows for 3 days. Okay. Isham. I am at work, baby. It's Saturday. I don't work on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you, Asha. Thank you, baby. You're so sweet. Kayla, you talking fancy now, baby? What do I do for a living? I am a clinical supervisor for a mental health agency, and I help people who have, I supervise people who have intellectual disabilities and autism and traumatic brain injuries. Who was first? Isham? This is my favorite part of the readings. I love answering your questions. Get them in line, Kailash. Y'all talking languages I can't even read. It's a beautiful language, though. The way it's written. I love my friends from India, and I appreciate all of you who watch me. You guys rock. You have really made this channel what it is. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you can hype the video, do that. That really makes it get out there. Hi, Isham. Okay. Libra, you want one general message for you. Okay, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pull you, Spirit, what does Isham need? Isham, I'm going to tell you how to not F yourself, okay? What this is Oracle cards, and it says, don't fuck with yourself. Excuse my language. Look, give less fucks and clear your energy. And we talked about that, I think, clearing our energy at the beginning of the reading, that we all need to be doing that on a regular basis. Soulmate, clear your energy. You might have a soulmate coming in and you need to get rid of the energy of the old relationship. I'm not sure. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. You need to set some financial goals, and the soulmate's in reverse. But you could really have resonated with the original reading if you watched it. How does Isham not F themselves, Spirit? Spirit says you need to do some self-exploration. You need to explore yourself. Take off the layers. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. Do you remember in the beginning of this reading when it said that some of us were playing a role so we would not, like, lose friends or not feel like we were part of or fit in, or we were just doing it because we felt like if we didn't, people wouldn't accept us? And we really do put on these masks that we wear for people. And what Spirit is indicating here is it's time for you to peel away those layers and get to the real you. That somehow you've been people-pleasing kind of thing. And then if you don't, you're not going to rediscover yourself. Spirit's indicating you might not do this, but you were actually born to stand out, and you're fitting in. I don't like that. I don't like that for you. I hope you get the courage to do what's being indicated, okay? And now I'm going to pull you some angel cards to see what your angels would say. These are angel affirmation cards. Got hair everywhere. Alright, Spirit, can we have angel affirmations for Isham, please? I've been playing cards since I was about 5 years old. My grandmother taught me with a standard deck of playing cards about the kings and queens and all the other cards in the deck. That's called cartomancy. There's always a divine solution to every challenge. Everything always works out for my highest good. Message from your guardian angels. Remember to call upon us for assistance every day. We are always ready to lend a helping hand. You just need to ask. And then we have, my prayers are always heard and always answered. I receive angelic guidance with perfect clarity. Message from Archangel Sandalphon. With my feet on earth and my head in heaven, I deliver your prayers directly to the divine and return the answers back to you. Beautiful. And I stand in my power and courage. I embrace the limitless possibilities that await me. So I think you are this person. I think you were part of that reading. It may not have all resonated. Take only what resonates for you. Oh my goodness. Archangel Ariel is saying, I am the lioness of God, archangel of strength and courage. Call upon me for the self-confidence to fearlessly face any situation. Yeah, you got to start being yourself. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have, I am stronger than my sorrows. So you're one of the ones that are grieving. My hope and faith always prevail. Archangel Azrael, I am the healer of sorrows and loss. Allow me to bring you comfort and relieve anything weighing upon your heart. I hope that you got something out of that, baby. Let me tell you something. We all fart every day, but we don't need to talk about it on my channel. So either stop that stupid shit or get the fuck off. Ignorant. Okay, Kailash, who's next? Is it Asher? What an idiot. It's Surin. Surin, are you here, baby? Yeah, Surin, go ahead. Hi, ma'am. I am really in love with Kasuma. Hey, Julian, Spiritual Alchemy Energy, good to see you again. You're welcome, baby. Give me just a second. I am really in love with Kasuma. She is not interested in me. She blocked me. Is she interested in someone else? Could you please clarify? Any possibility she will love me truly? Oh, Surin. This reading resonated with you also. Okay. That sucks when you really care about somebody and they don't love you back. That is very painful. That can cause that grief that we saw at the home life. Alright. Is there anyone else in this woman's life, may I see, please? Is she in love or having a relationship or wanting to have a relationship with someone else? May I see, please? It's, oh my God, yes and no. She sounds confused. Is she interested in someone else? Meditation brings answers. It looks like right now she's focused on her success. Like maybe on her career goals or her work goals or something like that. It does say meditation brings answers, but I will ask one more time. Is there another person she's interested in? Don't stop. Helpful people. So, again, I think she's working on something else with other people, but not necessarily any one person. Okay, let me take them back out. Is there any chance that she will ever give Surin a chance? Ever? Surin, baby? It's unlikely. It's very unlikely. Can you clarify that with a no? Oh, Spirit said, Surin, let go. Let go. No. That's your letting go. You have to let her go. Okay? I'm very sorry to have to tell you that. It breaks my heart for you. Spirit, is there someone better if someone will let her go, is there someone better that will come in very soon? Whoa. Helpful people, abundance, wait. There's no need to worry. Forgiveness. Son, I'm not sure what all that means, but Spirit is saying you understand it. There's going to be helpful people. You're going to have abundance. Somehow, you're not going to have to wait, and you need to stop worrying because of forgiveness. I'm not going to add, look, I don't second guess Spirit. When Spirit says something, it's because you understand. I don't have to understand. You got it, Saren? All right, who's next? Asha, my girl. Who was in my past life? Aww. Who was in your past life? Son, yes, something will happen in your favor, baby, but not with her. You're going to get somebody new, and I think that you're going to have somebody help you with money. Like, you're going to have someone help you with money, and you need to stop waiting for her and stop worrying about her because you have something else that's more important right now that's going to lead you to abundance. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Sorry, Asha. Who was in my past life? You always ask the hardest questions. I love you, though. Who was in my past life? And what have you brought in this life? Okay. My throat chakra is trying to close for some reason. Hang on one second, Ash. I need to see what's going on here. It looks like she's bringing my groceries, so hopefully she does. Sometimes I have a hard time finding my driveway, so I have to make sure I'm paying attention to that. All right, who did you bring into this life from your past life? I have a deck of cards for that. I'm just trying to figure out which ones they are. I got some, that whole thing is full of cards. I got a whole shelf over here. Cosmo's kicking up. Alright, I'm going to use this tarot right here and see if I can find out. It's past life tarot. That might be, now hold on, let me see if that's my groceries. Yeah, that's my groceries. Y'all give me just a second to get them in the house. It's snowing fast out there. Thank God I got some food in the house. I had to put the ice cream up. Sorry about that. Okay. I got to have my ice cream now. I love my ice cream. Alright, who did Asha bring in from her past life, Spirit? May I see, please? This is a tarot deck, but it's different. Y'all know if you've watched, y'all know. Who did Asha bring in from her past life? May I see, please? Ooh, that flew out. Asha. Ooh. Wow. The Ace of Swords came out. And the Three of Pentacles. So, let's see what that means. The Ace of Swords is, it's truth, it's honesty, somehow red roses and doves, mountains. This person, it looks like, came from royalty. They also came from the Roman Empire. This is a person who was involved in royalty in the Roman Empire. And I mean that. I'm not just making that up. I see that. Have you ever been told that before? Okay, I came to the Three of Pentacles first, so I'm going to read it first instead of the Ace of Swords. Okay. Astrological correspondence is Mars and Capricorn. So this person could have had a Capricorn placement or been a Capricorn. I feel they were an air sign though. I feel this is someone else. I feel like you brought two people in. The Three of Pentacles reminds you to appreciate the stability you've made and continue to make, and how this growth has been interwoven with community. You are not alone, and life is not a solitary act. Just as the goddess is expressed as the infinite and interconnected web of nature, your life involves other beings who have contributed to your plenitude in seen and unseen ways. So see, it's like there was money that was brought in from another life. This is the card of building and creating, rooted in something greater than yourself. It is seeing the body, the home, the community, and it's all being interwoven with aspects of love, grace, and abundance. The three in the tarot represents a sense of security built on union. Face the desperate acts of yourself. Face the disparate aspects of yourself with the intention of taking in the lesson and leaving the rest. When this card comes up reversed, which it did not, we're not going to worry about that. I build a foundation for myself, guided by love and my body and community. Journal question. How am I building a life rooted in myself, in the erotic, and in union of all my dimensions? So think about that, okay? And now I'm going to look up the Ace of Swords. So right now it's like maybe you had somebody earlier in life and now you're alone for a season. Yeah. You're going to be alone for a season. But then there's someone coming in very slowly. There's someone coming in very slowly. Where are the dang swords? Wands, Cups. I thought they were last. There we go. Ace of Swords. It's a phallic symbol too, so I feel they were a man. Okay. The Ace of Swords reflects the winds of change blowing through your soul a moment before a rebirth. It demonstrates the potential of stepping into a new way of being, one that is aligned with mind and heart, because your mind creates your worldview. It can be easy to not take responsibility for your perspective, but the veil is being swept away so you can see and embody the truth. When it comes to matters of the heart, your patterns and unconscious decisions can feel overwhelming. You're already beginning the work of undoing this, banishing old patterns with a magnetic spell of enchantment and love. This is an invitation to trust your mind. The wisdom of the swords comes with knowing how to wield them, to use your blades to rid yourself of what you no longer need as you move into new cycles of erotic and the sensual. When this card shows up, reversed, reassess your beliefs and any feelings of being stuck. You have the power to change your mind, to step into a more supportive belief system and worldview, but you don't have it reversed. Your affirmation: I step into a new paradigm aligned with heart and mind. What you need to journal this question: what new paradigm is the Ace of Swords pulling me into? So it looks like it was an air sign. And it looks like you lived in the same community. Or you already do. This could be now. It looks like it's an air sign and y'all live in the same community. I guess I'll have to clarify it. Can you show me who she brought in from the past life? Wheel of Fortune and conflicts in reverse. Who did she bring in from this past life? The World and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to tell you what it looks like to me and what it's saying to me over and over again. You didn't bring anybody into this past life from your past life. You came here to have a paradigm shift, to find yourself. Was there anyone brought in from this past life? A King of Swords. There he is. I can't make this up. Remember? The Ace of Swords? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Unhappy. Maybe this person that you brought in won't have anything to do with you. Why is the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck? Fill in the blank, Spirit says. Is this person going to have something to do with Asha in this lifetime? The Hermit came out. They don't know yet. They're soul searching about it. What are they leaning towards? Oh, God. A tower. And what will the tower represent? Judgment came out. This person could be judgmental. I got the Two of Cups and the Star in reverse. I don't necessarily mean to think that these reversals are reversed because it's not going to happen. I think that it's possible. But I think that this person is not here yet. They're soul searching, and they have to have this moment of clarity where they realize there's hope for this relationship. Right now, they don't think there's any hope for it looks like. And their judgment, they have to finally make that judgment. They have to finally say, yes, this is worth whatever. It's what I want. Compromising to win. And there's that wheel again. It does look like you brought a King of Swords into this lifetime with you. It showed up twice. Spirit ain't no joke. Alright. Asha, I hope that was helpful. Did I get all your question answered? Oh, you're cool, baby. Thank you for being here. We're so glad to have you. Hey, Manya. Thank you for being here, baby. I'm just trying to see if I got all of Ash's question. Okay, so Julianne's spiritual alchemy energy, is she on the list, Kailash? Because she has a very serious question. Who's next, baby? I need your help. Oh, she is next? Okay. So, if you write whatever you need to write, will that help you get the doctors you need is the question you're asking. Spirit, I'm asking you to help her to get what she needs. Help her. Can we get a yes or a no about writing whatever she needs to write to get the right doctors? I'm so sorry you're going through that, baby. I totally understand. It's hard. It's real hard. Doctors. Here we need the right doctors. Can we get the right doctors? Can we get the right doctors? There's going to be something better, and they're going to reconsider. Remain positive. So yes, I feel that you are going to get a better doctor. If you were trying to get this doctor to see you and they wouldn't, they're going to reconsider. Or you need to reconsider that there's something better. I don't know which, but Spirit's saying remain positive. Will she get the care she needs? Abundance came out. Take action. Don't get more information. Take action. And somehow romance. I think you're going to love this new doctor. Not in a relationship type way, but I think they're going to be what you need. Spirit, are we going to see complete healing here? Are we going to see complete healing here? Can we get complete healing here? There's something better. Romance keeps coming out on the bottom of the deck. What's better than complete healing? It won't be in the next few weeks, but remain positive. Something better is coming for you, and just remain positive is what Spirit is saying. Is writing the letter going to be the ticket? Opportunity, forgiveness, and big happy changes. So you've been wanting things to change, to be happy. You wanted something big and happy to happen, and it didn't. But there's going to be an opportunity for forgiveness, whatever that might mean. These cards can only say so many things. The answer is no on the bottom of the deck, though. I'm sorry, baby. Sometimes we're just, I mean, I don't see it happening for me either because I'm very sick. But I can do what I can do to make myself healthy. You know, I don't have to allow that to define me. I can do what I got to do to be healed and to be whole. Angels, how are you working here? What are you doing here, Master, please? My prayers are always heard and always answered. I receive angelic guidance with perfect clarity. Archangel Sandalphon, with my feet on earth and my head in heaven, I deliver your prayers directly to the divine and return the answers back to you. I stand in my power and courage. I embrace the limitless possibilities that await me. Archangel Ariel, I am the lioness of God, archangel of strength and courage. Call upon me for self-confidence to fearlessly face any situation. I am stronger than my sorrows. My hope and faith always prevail. Azrael, I am the healer of sorrows and loss. Allow me to bring you comfort and relieve anything weighing upon your heart. And then on the bottom of the deck, that's the top, Spirit said. Whoops. My throat chakra keeps trying to close. There is always a divine solution to every challenge. Everything always works out for my highest good. It's all your guardian angels. Remember to call upon us for assistance every day. We are always ready to lend a helping hand. You just need to ask. Okay. Yeah. You're going to get it, though. You are going to get the care you need. I'm going through the same thing. Lord have mercy, honey. I had a tooth day before yesterday. It was yesterday. No, the night before last. I was on my way home from work, and I was like, something feels funny. And I kept rubbing my tongue around, trying to figure out what it was. I was like, what is wrong? And I got home and I looked in the mirror and a whole tooth with the root and everything on my bottom came out. Didn't hurt. I didn't feel it. I swallowed it. Don't even know where it went. But I felt the hole, you know, the gap in my teeth. And you want to talk about somebody being sad? Because, I mean, that's what this disease does, is it makes you lose your teeth. And I don't have very many left. It causes your glands to dry up. And I have tumors on my glands because of it. On my adrenal glands, my kidneys, and my lungs. And it also causes, some of y'all might have noticed that I have problems with my lungs. It causes problems with your lungs. And it also makes you go blind. It causes your eyes to dry up in the sockets. And you can't drink enough water because it's not about what you put into your body. It's about what your body does because it thinks you're sick. It's an autoimmune disease. And there are treatments. Like, they can put pads behind my eyes, but they said they're like $1,300. And they only last like 4 to 6 months. So every 4 to 6 months, I'd have to pay $1,300 to save my eyes, to save my vision. And that would be worth it if I had it. You know, but I don't have it. And the only other cure for it is an antibiotic every day. So I take that. I mean, I do what I can. But what can you do? Gotta do what you can. Yep. Well, I was very blessed. I don't know where you live, but I was very blessed to find my doctor. And he used to work at Duke University in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he was the best in the state. And when I walked into his office, I had been through so many doctors, just so many. And they all kept telling me, there's nothing wrong with you. It's all in your head. And then they told me I had fibromyalgia, which is, I'm a medical professional. And I know what fibromyalgia is. It's a term they use when they don't know what's wrong with you. So they can bill for, caring for you. And there are symptoms that everybody that they all have the same symptoms, but not necessarily. You're on the West Coast. Well, this man had retired and he was down at the beach. He's got an office at the beach now in Salter Path, North Carolina. And I went down to his office and I walked in the door. And when I walked in the door, he said, "How many days has it been since you slept?" And I said, "About 4." And he said, "Do you have sores on your body?" I said, "All over. I can't get them to go away." And he said, "Is your vision bad? Like, does it get worse every day or every, year? Do you need new glasses constantly?" And I said, "How do you know all this?" And he said, "Because I've been doing this so long that when I look at somebody, I can tell what's wrong with them." He said, "I know exactly what's wrong with you, and now I'm going to prove it with blood work." And he sent me to the lab, and they did the blood work, and when it came back, I had exactly what he told me that I had. And he told me that I also had lupus, but that he couldn't prove that yet. He said something serious has to happen before I can diagnose you with lupus. Well, in August, I fell off a ladder 12 feet, and they had to do a CAT scan on me to see if I had any, damage to my organs, because I hurt all my ribs on my right side. And I hurt my ankle, and I have diabetes, so my ankle is still healing up after all these months. Still healing up. It hurt me so bad. It was hurt to the nerves. And it hurt me so bad I would lay in bed and cry at night. And just cry. I didn't know what else to do. Nothing helped the pain. It was in my nerves. The infection got into my nerves. And I would just lay there and cry because it hurt so bad. That nerve pain that you get? And I was taking gabapentin. Like 3 of them a day, 800 milligrams a day. So I empathize with you, and I pray that you can get to the people that you need to get to. Cosmo seems to be agreeing with me. He's saying something in there. But I want you to come back and let me know. Because that doctor, now he's going to treat me for the lupus. But the job I was on terminated me because I was sick. And long story short, I have another job now, but I had to wait. I had a job by the end of that same week, but I have to wait 60 days for my insurance to kick in. And I've got like 30 more to go. In the first week I was on the job, I tripped over my, because after they let me go, I started having symptoms of MS, because stress, when you have lupus, and the other, any autoimmune, if you get something really stressful, they fired me the 8th of December, right before Christmas, and I was supposed to get a $3,000 bonus, which I needed desperately. And I was 8 days away from paying 2 different policies to get my teeth fixed so I could get implants. So I was like literally a week away from being able to get my implants paid for by my insurance. I would have had to pay very little out of pocket. They fired me because I was sick. So now I got to go another year, wait for my teeth again. I don't know what I'm going to do. They're falling out. Anyway, I pray for you, and I know that God's going to take care of you and for me. Okay? We're gonna be okay. Did anybody else have a question? Alright, I guess that's it then. I love you guys. Good. Good. Stay positive. The universe works so much faster when we stay positive. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Especially when you have to get out of bed. And I can remember before I got my doctor that I couldn't get out of bed without a cane. That's how sick I was. But I will also tell you that the thing that helped me more than anything was meditating. I meditated like 6 hours a day. I had disciplined myself to do that. And I started looking younger. You wouldn't believe how much younger I looked. I had to go back to work, which really messed up my routine because I used to really be disciplined. And a lot of my symptoms now are from the fall because I didn't have them until I fell. But the only way I'm going to get back to where I was before is to discipline myself and have the time to discipline myself to get back to the meditation for several hours a day, because that's what it takes. I mean, it doesn't necessarily take that many hours, but you know, you get 24 hours in a day, and God usually likes 10% of whatever you have, right? So a few hours a day would not hurt. All right, you guys, I love you so very much. I do want to give you one more thing before we go. Spirit wants you to know how you're essential. How are they essential, Spirit? Experience is the child of thought, and thought is the child of action. Benjamin Disraeli. An example for your child. Are you a parent, or maybe you hope to be someday? Raising kids is such an incredible job. You get to see a person grow from a tiny baby into a fully formed human before your very eyes. It's also challenging. Your role as a parent is to teach that developing person how to be a functioning member of society before they become an adult. No pressure, right? Your child will look to you to see how you treat others, how you talk about people who are different, and how you behave as a member of your community. Even if you tell them all the right things, if you aren't walking the walk, they will notice. Your actions send a stronger message to your kids than hours of lectures ever could. Show your child what unconditional love looks like. Pour out kindness to your neighbors. Celebrate differences and treat others with respect. Be someone who your community can count on to do the right thing. Start now. Your child is watching and you don't want to let them down. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 or 11:30, and we'll have another general reading, okay? You guys take care, and I'll send you some pictures of the snow to the community page, okay? All right. Have a great day. Bye. I hear you.